Hey there, welcome to Mark in the Park, the podcast. I'm your host, Mark Milo, speaker, storyteller, and healthcare advocate. And this is the place for personal reflections, stories about mindset, hobbies, and purpose. And a reminder that life doesn't stop at a diagnosis. In fact, often the real journey begins after. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Mark in the Park podcast. This is Mark from Mark in the Park, and coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm very, very pleased to have on the show again my friend and fellow World Parkinson's enthusiast, Ruby Rendon. Ruby, thank you so much for coming back on the show. Really appreciate it.
No, thank you for the invitation, Mark. Third time's a charm, they say. Yeah, because I've been here 3 times, so yeah.
Yes.
With this one.
Yeah, you were my very first guest. I had you on my very first show because you're special. So there you go.
Really, really honored for that. So I appreciate it. Thinking of me for that.
Absolutely. Well, Ruby, I couldn't think of anybody better to have on for my first episode. And it's been a while. But one of the wonderful things, as we've talked about before, is that you do work at the Muhammad Ali Parkinson Center, and you're very involved with Parkinson's because you're a care partner as well. But you also are involved with the World Parkinson's Congress, which is coming up really, really fast. I think when this show airs, there will be how many days left?
21
days? 21
days, yes.
So 3 weeks exactly until okay, so that is crazy to think about because I was at the last one in Barcelona, Spain 3 years ago. And it's hard to think that 3 years have actually passed and the Phoenix event is here and I'm in Phoenix and we're getting ready and it's just amazing. So totally stoked. So have you back on the show so that you can give us some updates, if you don't mind, on like some things coming up that people need to look out for or be aware of. So Ruby, thank you so much. And what do you got for us? Let's talk.
Yeah, I feel the same way. You know, the other day I was looking at some pictures of Barcelona and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that. And you mentioned that I work with the WPC. I am actually one of the coordinators for the volunteers. So it's a group of 4 in the committee. So we've been meeting for like the last 2 years, trying to see how are we going to do this, how we're going to recruit the volunteers, and now we're having meetings with them, and we have done a lot of work in that area. So it's really cool that now, like in 21 days, we're going to be able to meet all those people that are volunteering for the Congress. Some of them are coming back. Some of them is going to be their first time, so they're really excited about it. And I also, one of the things that I'm really proud of is that we're going to have it in our backyard. It's going to be here in Phoenix, and I'm super, super excited about that. So I'm glad that we're going to be able to showcase our city and also all the things that we have to offer. So the Congress starts on the official start date. It's May 24th. It is a Sunday. The open ceremony is going to be late in the afternoon, and then Monday through Wednesday is going to be all the sessions and all the things that are happening. They're going to be in the program and everything. So, but before the Congress, there's a couple of things that are going to be happening. Okay, so on Friday morning from 9 to 11, we're going to be receiving the people that it's doing the Bike to Phoenix or Pedal to Phoenix. It's 3 teams. If you go online and you look for them, their stories are amazing. There's 3 teams. They are paddling or they're biking to Phoenix. Some of them are like, one's called Route 66, another one's coming from Portland, and the other one I don't remember exactly from where, but they're going to be coming to Phoenix, and we're going to welcome them on the Friday, so May 22nd, from 9 to 11 a.m. And it's going to be in that street that it's between the 2 buildings of the convention center. It's called the Canyon and 3rd. So we're gonna have some refreshments, some snacks, some like cold drinks for them, and then we're also gonna have some music. So we want people that it's local and it's going to the Congress, or if you didn't have the opportunity to register but you still want to be part of it, at least for a little bit, that's an option that you can do. Go and like have a sign and say welcome, and it's like I said, it's a lot of it's an effort that they're doing. They did this in Barcelona and went pretty well, so they're doing it again. So
Right.
that's one.
And you said Friday, so that's the Friday before, so that'd be like
Mhm.
the 22nd, right? Friday the 22nd?
Yes, May
Okay, okay.
22nd
Okay.
from 9 to 11. We're gonna do a little, but we're gonna do like something small because it's hot and they're gonna be tired and you're probably gonna like wanna like go to the hotel and shower or something. I don't know, but we don't want this to get overseen. They're putting a lot of time. I think they already left like a week ago. They're gonna be biking for like a month, so that's also really cool. One of the other things that is happening before the Congress, it's called a Parkinson's Film Festival.
Hmm.
That is going to be, for the WPC, you have the option of submitting your like a documentary or like in a short film. And there's some films that are going to be showing during the Congress, but there were so many that they're trying to see how they can showcase them. So they're going to have this going on Saturday, May 23rd, and it's going
Okay.
to be at the AMC Theater that is just across the street from the convention center. So they don't
Oh,
have to go too far. So,
that's amazing.
yeah, and it's going to be free for the people that want to go. Doors is going to open at 12:45, and the first showing is going to be at 1 p.m. And then they're going to show like three films, I think, and then the second one is going to be at from 3:15 to 5:15. So,
Hmm.
so those are that's another thing that you can do if you want to do that. And then also on that Saturday, there is a baseball game that you told me you already
Hmm.
have tickets for, right?
Yes, the Diamondbacks game. I'm so thrilled about this. This is amazing.
Yeah, so there's going to be a baseball game. It's against the Colorado Rockies. So the WPC partner with the Diamondbacks, and um, they have reserved some spaces, some sections for the people that is going to go to the game. And the people that is going, they're gonna meet outside the Sheraton, and one of our volunteers is probably gonna escort them. Walk. It's like a 10-15 minute walk, so be aware of that. And they're gonna have drinks, food, popcorn, all those things. So it's gonna be just a fun event to be able to do something. For those that don't know, our baseball stadium it's it has a roof, so you're not gonna be in the sun. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
hot. It's actually gonna be air conditioned, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Well, and you mentioned the food. The food is actually included in the ticket price. I mean, you're talking about hot dogs, peanuts, blah blah blah, all the good baseball food, and it's included with the admission, which is fantastic because I can put down some hot dogs at a baseball game.
Yeah. So if you want, yeah, and the tickets are available on the website. If you go to the WPC website and you just search, baseball, it will come up. Also for the tickets for the film festival, if you go to the website, you also are able to get the tickets there. So it is, if you're going to do that, if you want to do that, it will be good to go and secure your ticket because the tickets are limited.
Yeah, excellent advice. Okay, so we've got the bikers coming in on the Friday. Saturday, there's a movie showing in the midday. In the evening, there's a Diamondbacks baseball game. Wow, that's a whole heck of a lot of stuff going on right there. But there's more, right?
Yeah. Yeah, even
Okay.
like even before we started the Congress, all those things are happening. And then for those that register for the pre-Congress courses, of course, that is going to be happening on Sunday. I also want to say that early registration is going to start on Friday at the Sheraton, and from 1 to 6 p.m. And then on Saturday from 7 a.m. No, from 8 a.m. to like 1. I don't remember what time, like 6 p.m. too. And then everything after that is going to be all the backs and everything is going to be moved to the convention center for people to start
Hmm.
registering on Sunday. So if you get here either Friday or Saturday, and if you want to get your lanyard, your bag, and everything already, you can do that.
Awesome. That's great advice too, because if you can do it ahead and not do it with all the rush, on the day that it starts. That's a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then there's gonna be also some early morning workshops for the WPC. Those are going to be, and when I say early, it's early because it's at 7:30 a.m. They're gonna be hosting 2 workshops, and then if they fill up, they're probably gonna repeat them on Tuesday. So also you have to register for those, and all the information is also on the website. Or if you receive the emails with the updates, all this information is also on that email. The first workshop, it's failing to fall. So how can you improve and practice? And it's going to be, that one is targeted for PTs, OTs, registered nurse, and exercise instructors. And the other one is going to be the workshop number 2 is expressing the patient perspective on freezing of gait through art. So that's another one, and that one is for people with Parkinson's and atypical Parkinsonism. So those 2 workshops are going to be held on Monday from 7:30 to 8:45, and then from there you go to the plenary, and then you keep with your date. What else? There's going for those that register, it's going to be a pickleball tournament on Sunday. It's part of the pre-congress. There's also going to be, they're going to have pickleball, they're going to have ping pong, and then we are going to have, in the renewal room, there's going to be a lot of exercise classes that are going to be happening through those 3 days also. So it's really, really nice. A little bit mix of everything.
That is awesome. Yeah, I looked into that tournament. You had to basically sign up for the tournament when I registered for the WPC, and so I missed that. I missed that opportunity to do that. Pickleball is one thing I'm obviously passionate about, but there's going to be a non-tournament play, just some like play if you sign up. So I'm going to look and see if I can still do that, because I would love to do that, especially since I have a Parkinson's Foundation logo paddle that I would love to show off at the WPC.
So there's going to be also in the ping pong room. There's going from 7:45 to 8:45 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They're also going to have a ping pong class. So if you want to learn how to do that, and then there's going to be table tennis classes and things like that. So once I have the program in front of me, because just so I can see more things that are happening. So for the ping pong tournament and the pickleball tournament, yes, you needed a ticket. If you didn't do that, then but if you still are around there and you want to go, I don't know if they're gonna have if they're gonna have room for spectators. I don't know yet, but if they do, you might stop by and see what it's all about. So
yes.
What else? I hear that the opening ceremony is going to be really nice. I don't know who's going to be there. It's going to be a surprise for everybody, I think. So yeah.
I remember in Barcelona, there was a special greeting from Sir Paul McCartney for the kickoff, which I was floored by, that Paul McCartney would be welcoming us. And I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking back to that. That was such an amazing time there.
The thing that I can tell you about the WPC is once you have the program, and if you have had a chance to go over the program, I think it will be a great idea to plan your day, see where you want to go. There's going to be a couple of new things in the Congress. Now they're going to have over lunch, they're going to have this thing is called Lunch and Learn. So they're going to have some tables where you're going to be able to just go and lunch, or, have a talk with one of the people that is already presenting. So that's something new that we're going to be having. And also there's going to be other things. We are going to have a Spanish lounge, an opportunity for people that speak Spanish to be able to listen to some of the talks that are already happening in English, hopefully to have them in Spanish. a little bit of exercise with some of the instructors that are going to be in the renewal room. We asked them if they could do it in Spanish. Some of them said yes, so that's going to be another thing. And then we're also going to have another room where we're going to have just some round tables, so you can also go talk, to somebody about something that it's going on. They're also doing maybe on the round tables, but in Spanish, and then also just to connect. Sometimes it's important to see what other organizations are doing, or how can you bring more help to your where you live. So hopefully, that will be a good space also. Our volunteers are going to have a green shirt. So, and it's going to say volunteer in the back. So if you have any questions, we do go over and you probably remember about this, we do go over a couple of trainings. We do a tour of the convention center. That way they get familiar with the space. And then they have a document with, I think it's like 30 pages of a Q&A of all the things that a person might ask. So if you feel lost, or if you are, where do I go? Look for somebody in the green shirt, and they will be able to, take you where you need.
So those green shirts, are they from the same supplier as you had in Barcelona?
No.
Because those shirts ran so small, I felt like I was a German sausage that was stuffed in a casing. Oh my gosh!
No. This one's
which was not attractive to see. By the way, I just want to point that out too. It's not.
No,
fun
these ones
to see,
are actually they're made in the United States, and I actually have them in my house already. They shipped them to me, so I'm gonna be in charge of, separating sizes and doing all those things. And then also we're going to have some volunteers at the airport. Friday and Saturday. So if you're traveling, if you once you get out of the, the gate, where the international flights come and things like that, and you're getting ready to go and pick up your luggage, if you see a green shirt, we're gonna be able to tell you if you're gonna get transportation, where to go, what side, and then also, I think you're doing a training, right? With them?
Yes, I have a number of trainings coming up. I was going to touch on that when you're done with the updates. And by the way, before we get to the training, you mentioned the book, what do you call it? The program.
Mm-hmm.
When do people have access to the program?
I think we're going to upload the last version pretty soon on the website.
Okay.
And then also, you're going to receive a hard copy of it once you do your registration. And then also starting May 4th, you're going to be able to also go into the WPC app. That is basically the booklet or the program in the app. You are going to need your registration number that they gave you when you registered to access the app, because only people that are registered for the Congress have access to it.
Right. And that app is wonderful. I have the 2023 app. I'm sure it'll be a new app for the 2026. But guys, just got to say, if you're not tech savvy, or if an app intimidates you, download the app. You have to have the app. It is so helpful. And like you said, if you can download the program soon from the website, that'll be very helpful ahead of time, so that you can plan ahead and see what you want to do with your time. Because trust me, there's a lot going on. It can be head spinning. And if you review it ahead of time and make a plan for yourself, that'll be a lot more productive for you while you're there. So just that is today's version of Mark My Word. Because I learned in 2023 in Barcelona that you go in, as a person with Parkinson's that's on social media. I came in, I was excited, but then I started bumping into people that I saw from some social media, and then you have this event going on here and this going on there, and pretty soon your head is literally just like on a swivel. And so having a plan, having a purpose, and being intentional with your days is going to get you the most out of the WPC. So definitely do some of that planning ahead, some of that forethought, if that makes sense. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and you were
No,
going to
no,
say?
no, yeah. The app is going to be the same. I think they're just the logo is going to change to the Phoenix one.
Oh, okay.
And then another fun or like, cool thing that you can do with the app, when you register for the Congress, they ask you if you wanted to share your information. So if you don't want to giving out your phone number or your WhatsApp or your email to everybody that you meet, you can just tell them, "Oh, send me a message on the WPC app." That way,
Yeah,
they can find you by your name and then say, "Hey, Mark, do you want to have lunch today? Or what are you doing?" Things like that. That way you can communicate with other people. So, and I think
sure.
you can also upload pictures and things like that people is doing all like through the day. So that's actually pretty cool. So yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I saw Eli did an update the other day, a post on social media about the quilt that she's got for this one, and I remember signing the one in Barcelona, and which will be there. So I'm going to be looking at that. That'll be a lot of fun to go, hey, look at what I wrote then.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's still so cool. It's cool
Yeah,
stuff,
I'm gonna
right?
have to look for the one in Portland because I signed that
Yeah.
one, and then the one in Japan, and then the one in Barcelona. So now, yeah, and they're all gonna be displayed in one of the foyer, like one of the in front of one of the rooms, like a big room. And they're also going to have, the Red Thread project. It's a big project they've been doing, and it's going to be part of their art, program that they're doing. So if you send your picture with your Red Thread, you need to make sure that you go and find your picture over there because I'm pretty sure it's going to be showcased over there. Yeah, and there's a lot of great talks, like you said before. Do your homework, see what you want to do, and if there's also a lot of things for care partners, caregivers. If you're a support group leader, if you want to learn more how to, be a better support leader, a group support leader, or if you want to do it but you don't know where to start, they're going to have a launch specific for that. There's going to be daycare also if you're traveling with
Mm.
your young ones. You just have to, you have to put it on your registration that you need a daycare. So, and we're gonna have, first aid and all those things. If something happens, make sure that you know where to go and things like that. We're gonna have a
Right.
massage room. I think there's gonna be like 18 beds that you can
Nice.
register and you can go have a massage. So yeah, it's
Where
really
do I
it's a,
sign up for that now?
I know, right? Now we have to sign up at the massage room, once we're
Okay.
there. I'm actually meeting with the people that is going to be in charge of that just to see how everything is going to work out. We have a great area lead for that, my friend Gloria. She's going to be the one leading that, be the area lead for that room. So I'm pretty sure she's going to have lots of fun with all the people that are going to want to be there for a massage for a little bit. And that one is going to be open from 11:30 to 5 p.m. So
Mm.
we're going to have, and a lot of those, well, Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, because this open ceremony and things like that, things are going to be ending a little bit earlier than the other 2 days.
Sure. Sure. Well, you mentioned the training. So we're doing the Parkinson's Ready Phoenix training, which basically is teaching and instructing people that are going to be interacting at the Congress or at the around the city about Parkinson's and things to be aware of, how to help or accommodate people with Parkinson's. And it's gone wonderful so far. We've had 2 sessions. The last session we did included employees from the convention center as well as some of the first responders. So that was great. Great turnout, great questions, wonderful questions. But we have a lot more coming up. I've got one. Well, the we're going to release this episode on Friday. The day before this episode releases on Thursday is our next session, and then we've got two-day trainings on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and May 7th. So 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. on those days. There's 2 trainings each, and then the following day on Friday the 8th, there's another training. Then we have going down we've got some more training on May 21st. There's now 2 trainings on May 21st that will be coming up too. So that is a lot of training. and to condense all those together. Jamie Nesbitt, my partner in crime, is a physical therapist, and she's been absolutely wonderful. And we're adapting our training to the audience. If we understand that this is going to be more of people that are serving drinks or food, then we'll tailor it one way. First responders maybe another way, that kind of stuff. But it has gone exceptionally well. Love the program, and it's just been an honor to be part of that. Are you going to make the next one on the 30th?
Yes.
On
Yeah,
Thursday?
yeah, yeah.
Good.
Oh, you'll see me. And then, one of the other things about this program is that I don't know if you know, the WPC also has a leadership forum that it's going to be held on Saturday. That one, you get invited, and the topic of it is that, getting your city ready for Parkinson's. So one of my coworkers here, Brady, is going to be the one attending, even though I was invited, but I'm like, I can't really go. Like, if I want to go, I can just go, because I'm doing a lot of things with them. But because he is doing he is putting together a training for some of the police um, uh, offices here and some other things that he's already been working. And he's not only doing Parkinson's, he's doing ataxia and he's doing Huntington disease. So I think
Really?
that,
Okay.
yes. So yeah, so I was like, he is the perfect fit to go to this leadership forum and learn, like, what other people is doing, and hopefully he can also share what we're doing here. And then our hope is that once we're done with the Congress, that we can be part of the Parkinson's Ready City that the WPC has, and incorporate some of the stuff that you guys are doing to those to what he's already also doing. So yeah, it's a great program.
That is awesome. And a little bit off topic from the WPC, but I'm working with the Parkinson's Foundation Southwest chapter, who is working with Surprise, Arizona to become the first Parkinson's friendly city in the country, and a little bit different program, but the same concept of being, initiated and integrated into Parkinson's knowledge, so that the city can be more Parkinson's friendly. And here in
Mhm.
Surprise, for those that don't know, it's kind of a retirement area. Sun City West is just to the east of us, so we're actually west of Sun City West. So there's a lot of retirees in the area, and it's a great place to start this program. And Robin Ray from the Parkinson's Foundation's kind of heading that up. But at this point, that whole program's on hold until after the WPC, because we're all going to be so busy leading up to that. But after that, we're going to be having some meetings with the city of Surprise too. So that's like I said, a little bit one step removed from the WPC, but the same concept, which I'm totally excited about. So
Yes, and I think once we're done with the WPC, I think we all kind of want to try to work together to not. I think why reinvent the wheel when we already have like a lot of things that other people is doing, and just see how
yep.
can we, make it work for the type of community that we're doing. Like, we're trying to do. I don't know. Probably know, like, for autism or people on the spectrum, they have that blue envelope, and we're trying to see if we can do the same thing for people with Parkinson's, or be more general, not just be
Yeah,
for people in the spectrum. So yeah,
sure.
a lot of things, a lot of good things. I think the one of the effects of the WPC is all that they know that leaves a lot of good things for the city and the community, and that the city where the WPC is going to be held, that they have, it's a requirement that they have to go to this training. I think it's really important. It's like, we're not just coming here to bring 40 and 4,000 people with Parkinson's care partners, and you're not going to know what to do with them. We're preparing you to be able to
Great.
serve them the right way. So I think that's really important.
Yep, absolutely. It's been a great training. So, how are you feeling? You're a volunteer coordinator. You're going to be overseeing a lot of volunteers coming in all starry eyed and wonderful and enthusiastic. Are you ready? Are you ready for the throng? I mean, are you pumped up? Are you scared? What's going on?
And I'm excited. I think, like I said, the four of us, the coordinators, we. This is our second year working together as coordinators, so I think we kind of like, everybody has their own niche, like, things that they do, like they're good at, and we have, Matthew is our great leader with us. And I think that
He's an okay leader. I'm kidding. No, Matthew's wonderful.
But I think that now having we changed it a little bit. Now it's not just the four of us. Now we have some area leads. They're going to, like, I'm overseeing like a lot of the wellness room, everything that has to do with activities, the table tennis, like all those rooms. But then I have some leads. They're going to be in those rooms. That way, if I'm not available, they know exactly, what to expect, what it needs to be done. And if there's something, they cannot, manage, then they'll call me, but I'm pretty sure that they'll be okay. And one of the other things, I'm really excited that my two sisters are going to be volunteering with me this year. Corina, my sister, went with me in Barcelona, but now that it's, closer to where my other sister lives, she lives in Mexico, then she'll be here. I already told them they need to be here on Wednesday night before. So, because on Thursday we're gonna do the bag stuffing, so they can be ready for pre-registration on Friday. So yeah, I'm really excited, and they're going to be the area leads for the renewal room. That it's something that we did the last time in Barcelona. So yeah, and my mom is going to go to the Congress too, so I'm really excited about that too. It's the first time.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's in the choir. She's in the choir.
Oh, nice.
She's going to sing in the choir. So yeah, you're going to see her on stage. And I even told her, I said, Mom, be ready. I said, because they're like, oh, you're Ruby's mom. I said, you're Ruby. So hopefully she has the energy and she feels good, the 3-4 days that we're going to be there. I hope that she can enjoy a lot of things. I'm really excited for them to see. So we were invited as a group here at the Muhammad Ali for the choir, and also my mom and myself were invited to participate in one of the movies there's going to be showing. It's called Come Talk to Me. And it's going to be showing, I think, on Tuesday in the morning. So I'm really excited for them to also see that.
That is great. That's what, Ruby, you've got such a wonderful family. I've met your sisters. They are fantastic. You met your mom. That's just thrilling that everybody's going to be participating and involved like that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, and also I've had Grove on as a guest on the podcast here before too. I absolutely love Grove. And I will tell you, for those listeners that are out there that are listening to this and preparing for the WPC, Ruby is so involved. She's so active. She's so hard to get a hold of, but she is amazing. And you were a volunteer coordinator. You pushed me hard. You cracked the whip a couple times, but I needed it. But no, I'm just kidding. It's amazing all you deal with in one day, and there's multiple days of it. And so I know afterwards you're going to be exhausted, but Ruby, you do such a fantastic job. And all the coordinators, all the volunteer coordinators do. I was teasing about Matthew.
No.
I'm just kidding, of
well,
course,
but you're actually lucky that I didn't bring the chancla. And, because I am Mexican. And, everybody.
You can bring it to this one here in Phoenix.
Everybody is afraid of the chancla. So, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I love that. That's amazing. That's good. Well, so anything else that we should know of or be aware with the WPC? Or what's Ruby working on? Anything you want to update us with? Or is it just status quo because you're always so busy?
No, I think right now I took my exercise classes and all the activities that we have here as they're part of my part as a coordinator for the Spanish program here. They're still running. I'm not doing any education or any special events because of all the things that we're going to be doing for the Congress. Vero has a big presence over there. We're going to be one of those. Well, we're the ones putting the bike party together. Me and one of my other coworkers, and we are sponsors of one of the research programs they're doing at the pre-Congress. So, but other than that, I've been trying to work on. I've been trying I'm trying to focus on something different, but I think with my mom and seeing other of my participants here that come, I've noticed that the mental or not the mental part of, but the how can I say it? Ay, Dios mío, my words escape from me in English. The Yeah, it's more like, the part, not the physical part, like taking your pills or doing exercise, but more of that help that you need with, like a psychologist or a therapist and things like that, trying to understand why you're feeling this way, or why it's hard to accept, like, the change, or how to accept those things. I think I focus a little bit more on that, and I partner
Mm,
with a great psychotherapist that is, also has the experience of having, his father with Parkinson. So I think, he sees a lot of the struggles. And I think, I've been doing a lot of mental health kind of things, and I like it. I think that it's
good.
really important. And because I see it on my mom too, she's
Mm,
19 years diagnosed. So I know that there's a lot of changes, and there's going to be more changes that are going to be coming up. And I just want us as a family to be ready, and then her to be ready to kind of accept the things that are changing,
mm.
but also thinking that it's okay that they're changing, and there's other ways that we can do things for her. So that's kind of like what I've been working on. And then, fiscal year starts again in July, so we'll see what else we can do. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, with all this activity with the World Parkinson's Congress, it's definitely something where people might be drinking a lot of coffee because it's, you got to stay energized and focused. I'm not sure if you heard the story about here in Phoenix about the couple. There was a couple, that husband and wife, that just drank a ton of coffee. They're both addicted, and the husband came downstairs and was going to have his morning coffee, and it was all gone. And he asked his wife what happened. She said, "Well, she drank the last of the coffee." So at that point, he decided that was grounds for divorce. Grounds for divorce because
I yeah, I get it. I
okay,
get it.
so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. Anyway, so
There you go.
this see my
A minute
yeah,
too late, but it's fine.
I know
I get the
it does.
joke.
I know. Okay, whatever. So they're lame joke. But with that, it's time to take a look and see. This is our get to the chopper moment where we kind of uh, get ready for the end of the show.
Get to the chopper!
Helicopters are coming to extract us, and we want to say, what do we want to leave our listeners with? So the get to the chopper. This is your time to tell everybody. Here's what you want to take away from the episode. So Ruby, take it away.
Um, Talking to somebody over the weekend, they told me, I'm going with no expectations for the WPC. I think
Hmm.
it's either like come with no expectations, but expect a lot, a lot of
Yeah.
information, a lot of knowing other people that might be going through the same thing as you, or, after you're done with the WPC, you're gonna have friendships that are gonna be lasting forever. So make sure that you bring an extra little tiny suitcase for things that you're gonna take home, and um, your mind and your heart are going to be filled with a lot of things, a lot of community, a lot of knowledge. Uh, but the most important things is that you're gonna be in a safe space where you're going to
Yes.
be able to be you without anybody looking at you like weird, or looking at you like, what is this person doing? So it's
Right.
going to be a safe space. So, yeah.
That is great advice, especially bringing an extra bag to bring home the stuff that you get, and most importantly, as you were talking about, it is going to be kind of overwhelming. Come with no expectations. I think is a great advice because um, my focus this time. I'm not volunteering this time, and I wanted to, but I wanted to be free to move around. And when you volunteer, you're tied up to it sometimes. And so for me, I want to enter into this Phoenix WPC with an open mind and just literally just live the experience, go with the flow. And it's so hard because you can't take in everything. But for me, the best part is the people, and I will meet people, and I'll take photographs with them, which I advise get make sure your phone or your camera has space because you can take a lot of photographs, take a lot of selfies, upload a lot of stuff to social media. But the people is what makes the WPC so special. And there's something that happens when the WPC ends that is, I get goosebumps when I think back to Barcelona. There's something that you guys have done with the volunteers, something. Trust me, guys. When you're there the last day, when we're wrapping up, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just so cool. So,
Yeah.
anyways, Ruby, thank you so much for being on and enlightening us with some information on what to do, what to look forward to. And Ruby, as always, you're just such a pleasure. And not only are you a WPC champion, not only are you a Parkinson's advocate, but you're also a wonderful friend in person. So I just can't thank you enough for being on, Ruby. Thank you.
Thank you. And I just want to say, this cannot be done without Eli and all the force that she has behind her. She is, I don't know, she is amazing. We were in a meeting with her and she was remembering every single room, like, what is going to be happening in each one. So I am so grateful and thankful that they let me participate with them as a volunteer coordinator. I hope that I can do it in 3 years again. And yeah, thank you for the invitation, Mark. Since when we met in Barcelona, we didn't know that we both live in Phoenix. It was so weird that we met all the way over there. But I think since then we have, we have created a great friendship, and I appreciate all that you do too, and I appreciate that you call me your friend. So I'm really happy about that.
Thank you. Well, and to your point, I don't know how Eli does it. Eli is amazing. And Eli is the executive director of the World Parkinson's Congress, for those that don't know, and a super dynamic person on the go constantly. And I literally don't know how she does it, but she's also an amazing person to get to know. So excellent. Well, thank you so much, Ruby. And to my listeners, I just want to say, if you're going to the World Parkinson's Congress, please heed the advice today. If you're not going, you can still be looking on social media for updates as it's going on. People will be posting a lot of stuff. And just remember, guys, life is a journey. It's not just a destination. It's a journey. So get out there and keep exploring. Take care, guys. Thank you so much, and God bless. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Mark in the Park, the podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and leave a review. Your support helps more people discover the show. For show notes, updates, and future episodes, or to connect, head over to markinthepark21.com. Got a guest idea or a topic suggestion? Drop me a line at markintheparkpodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. And to all my listeners, this is Mark Milo reminding you, life is as much about the journey as the destination. So enjoy the sights and sounds along the way. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep exploring.